And my mic has been on mute that whole time. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck's sake. So welcome to round 3. Round 8, Division 3 at Spa, Francorchamps. Start of the session, it was raining, so these tyres aren't the quickest, but I'm sure. However, the first few times look a little bit representative of the division, but the rest aren't as good. Just sat on wall with Conrad the door, and he's bottled his lap. Okay, he gives the wall on the pit entrance a little love tap as well for his efforts. So at the moment, PKX sat in pole with a 125.2, 143.252 even. Sorry, Slats just over 2 tenths behind, or under 2 tenths behind, with a 143.405. Fan Vortex 2 tenths flat away from Slats. Hyperactive DJ just over 4 tenths away. Sky Ripper as well, over 7 tenths. Jaber, could you tell me what the weather's going to be like for this race, please? That'd be very nice of you. Mossar as well, he's 4 tenths behind. F Martin's another 4 tenths behind. Mossar slaps on some intermediates. I don't think the track's wet enough for that. He could prove me wrong with those intermediates, but we're not fast enough to gain him any positions. It's soft to be a viable tyre, however. iFrosty 11 with a 146.932. The toe on a medium lap, don't think that's the best idea. A 147.068. Yaxo on a 147.633. Marine at 45 minutes into the race, it says yeah, which means the race should be relatively over by then, depending on safety cars and whatnot. Pickaxe also full wet conditions at the end, yeah. I expect as much. Be interesting for you boys then. A little bit of tasty racing. Yeah, depends how quick you get through the... Yaxo, on Bobby Yaxo there as he went straight into the wall there. That was, wow, that was a big fox smash. Absolute mega fox smash. It's unfortunate for him. We'll go on after. Wonder if Canali just doing long runs at this moment in time. Don's starting a flying lap. I'm sure he would love to get himself out of P11. However, P11 at the moment is a very good option just to stay in that. Keep yourselves on a set of mediums and go quite long into the race. If rain is expected towards the end, medium soft. Be very... catch a little slide on there. Medium soft could be a very viable strategy around here if the rain is expected at the end. Depending on how quickly the rain comes, because remember, the rain forecast isn't accurate, it's approximate. So in theory, it may say 45 minutes, but we all know Jeff's a twat. Jeff could get it clearly wrong, and in fact it could come 35 minutes in per se. So a medium soft is a very good strategy because you'll be very quick at the end. But we'll just have to see what happens as DRS is now disabled. This track is getting wetter. I really don't think anyone's going to improve their laps at this point. I really don't. I think it's too late now. finds at an end. Still on an get track limits violation for that, but he's going way too slow for what he needs to be around here. So as the order stands, Pickaxe and Pole, I believe it was debut race. I don't think I've seen him before. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't here last Friday. Well, I was, but I wasn't paying attention. And Splats in P2, Fam Vortex P3, Hyperactive DJ P4, excuse me, Skyripper P5, Mossart and P6, currently going for a flying lap. Pickaxe can't improve it yet, can't improve. 10 seconds off the pace. Mossart P6, so he probably won't improve as well. App Martins P7, I Frosty P8, Joe P9 on those mediums. He is one very, very smart, lucky boy. He should go quite long into the race with those, as long as he doesn't get damage. And he could be very quick towards the end when it starts raining. I would prefer a set of soft tyres at the end, because that way you can push. They may be a little bit burnt out, but when it comes into the that's the end of qualifying. Shall we say? So they'll be looking to make an impact at the start of this race and throughout as well. I can imagine they'll be starting on the medium tyres. That is the smart option. Now for the start of this race, it is dry, so we should see some good wheel-to-wheel racing. Hopefully good but not stupid wheel-to-wheels. But we shall see what comes in the next 3 to 4 minutes as they do their formation lap. Loads in, we can also review what tyres everyone's on. So, as the AWS is saying, a strategy is soft, medium, and soft hard. In reality, a medium soft is also a good tyre, as long as you can eke those mediums out to probably around lap 15, and then 7 laps on those soft tyres. However, if it is going to be raining, the driver should be monitoring when the rain is coming, as that can affect the decision when it comes to boxing. So we'll just get the tyre, we'll get all the data right. Where are the tyres? So the tyres are everyone from P1 through P8 soft tyres. The toe qualifying mediums and P9, so that's what we'll start on. Yaxel and Quinai Don soft. I would have thought Yaxel would have, Quinai Don would have opted for the medium tyres as they are probably would be for the. However, I think he wants to make up ground quite early. SP Yaber taking heeding my advice, go with a set of mediums. All he's got to do is keep it clean, go to the go quite long with them. You know, around lap 12. 12-15 is probably the best window. I'd recommend boxing, depending on tyre damage and tyre degradation. Attract DJ and soft and P13, quick killer, and Asta the Boss P14 and 15 on a set medium as a mad gamer, bringing up the rear of our grid on the soft tyres. So at this point, the Mercedes looking strong so far. We want them to make a nice little indent into the Haas's constructors lead. As well as that, I'm pretty sure the Tow is now leading the Drivers' Championship, if I'm not too wrong. Bear with me a moment and we'll just review the channels. Just reviewing now. So, Division 3, driver standings. Yes, the Tow is in the lead from Fan Vortex by 4 points. Fan Vortex is currently P3 and the Tow is P9, so the Tow will need to make up positions if he wants to maintain his points lead going into Zandvoort next week. Konami the Don qualified in P11 is P3. Splats P2 is P4, so he can make up some points on Konami the Don and close the gap to Fan Vortex. Hyperactive DJ has qualified. I don't think Hyperactive is not. Oh, he's qualified P4. And he's P5 in Championship. And on that note, these cars are starting to take our position, watching the start of the race. As the game decides to get everything all in order. The light, five lights. There held a little bit of the lights there, and they are away. Splats gets a mediocre start. Pickaxe is a very good start. Splats look like Fan Vortex going a little bit deep and slow, and will be looking to chase Pickaxe and ERS here, and he can get his move done quite early before the next corners. If we do have yellow flags up and ready on, it's a move round the outside, but he backs out of it. I don't know why he done that. I would have personally squeezed him against the curb and taken position. Splats playing it smart at the start of this race, it appears like. And meanwhile at the back, Fan Vortex has dropped 16 positions. Oh dearie me, not a good start for him whatsoever. The Tow has dropped 7. Oh no, oh Nelly, oh god. So those two will be scrapping out until it's time to box. Otherwise, else they are going to be. Otherwise, it'll be a good battle. At the moment, nobody's got points, but I'm sure they'll both want to overtake one another to extend or regain lead in the championship battle. But looking down the rest of the grid, Sky Ripper seems to be falling, and looks like he had to take to the runoff there. And meanwhile, back up top, Splats is currently dropping time to Pickaxe at this moment in time. Pickaxe seems to be using a little bit more ERS than what Splats is, but it's a long race at this point, so Splats has plenty of time to come back and do what he needs to do. Further back, Hyperactive DJ up 1 position, P3. Mossar up 2 positions, convenient enough, P4. Quick Killer up a mega 9 positions off that start there. Now currently sat in P5. Well done to him. Af Martins is boxing by the looks of it. Yep. He was a few positions up. Frosty 2 positions. Attract DJ as well. Is up a set of 6 positions. As 4 drivers pit. Key thing to note is that the Tow didn't pit either though. So that is it's very good for him in his championship battle with Fan Vortex. Fan Vortex is now at the back of the pack. Completely and utterly a split. Sets the purple sector 1. It looks like there's been contact between Mad Gamer and SB Jaeger at the top of the hill. Both Ferrari powered cars have spun. Jaeger has a damage. Mad Gamer doesn't appear to have any, but I may be wrong. We'll keep an eye out on him. Back down looking at the track, there's not much action going on. There's a half a second between most of the cars at the moment, so not too much action in this early stage of the race, but as always, things can happen quite quickly, so we'll have to see what comes along. The Axel is now at the back of the pack. Seems Fan Vortex managed to get past him at some point. As we get a mega downhill shot there with Acid the Boss. Returning up top as a DRS will be enabled as they go over the line for the third time this evening. I'm sure Splats will be wanting to close that gap up to him, especially for the Camel Straight, where we can make a very easy move with DRS. The DRS round here is rather powerful compared to other tracks. 2 DRS zones, one along the pit straight and one along the Camel Straight, which is quite a hefty straight. If you get yourself a good run off Rouge and Radion along the Camel Straight, it is very easy to overtake. Splats struggling to get the power down a little bit. Actually has dipped out of DRS zone. Now he needs to get back in the DRS here under braking. Watching the delta times, he does that quite well. Gains 2/10 in that one corner there, and he's keeping it. I do believe he will have DRS this time around. Just keep it nice and flat through a Rouge and Radion. Just hold the slipstream. Obviously he's too far back at this point to make a move, but it just drags himself ever so closer to Pickaxe. Pickaxe will be having to ensure he doesn't waste too much ERS. There's a 10% ERS difference between the both at the moment, but even still 10% can mean all the world in this game, as I'm sure we're all aware. Also on the grid, Acid the Boss gets past the Truck DJ by what looks like forcing him on that curb. See, on that curb it's dangerous, you can spin quite easily, but Truck DJ seems to hold it and remains on track. The toe is now up to P10. It's 3 seconds off a Truck DJ, but I'm sure he'll be closing at a rate in knots when he can. We get our first time penalty of the evening with Frosty 11, who's currently sat in P6. Fan Vortex has now passed all those back markers, or what he would consider back markers. I say that, but I think he may have damage. I can't see if he has damage. Oh, Nelly. Someone's gone round. I don't know, I can't tell if he's got damage or not, because he seemed to go quite slow into that last corner there. He's spinning out. I'm not sure if it was contact made, intentional or not. I don't believe it was intentional. Ooh, Af Martins has no front wing. Maybe there might have been contact at some point. We're back up to the top of the grid now. Splats has dropped quite vastly out of DRS range. Hyperactive DJ is now rather close for comfort, in fact. It's not looking good for Splats in the early stages of the race. By the looks of it, Splats will keep out DRS range from Hyperactive DJ behind. The Aston Martins at this moment in time are doing very good for their Constructors' Championship. Pickaxe and P1 seems to be driving away a little bit more. I'm not sure if Splats is conserving his ERS or what, but he is dropping time at the moment. Very possible that his tyres are just starting to drop off, following quite closely. It is quite a realistic. Hyperactive DJ has now dipped into the DRS zone, or DRS time delta of Splats, but can he hold it all the way around this track? I do believe it's the longest track on the calendar. It's a track DJ, gets a 3-second time penalty, a second of the evening. It looks like Splats may have damage may have issues with understeering of sorts, because through the corners, Hyperactive DJ seems to close quite well. I say that, but Splats has just gained 3/10 on him, so you never know. So, Pickaxe has now gained 4/10 last time I checked on him. He was 1.6 ahead, now he's 2 seconds ahead. He's starting to pull away. There are a few DRS, there's a yellow flag. That is a Truck DJ in the Pebbles. Fortunate for him, the toe is now back up into 9th, the neutral from when he started. We'll stay on board with Hyperactive DJ, who is 8/10 away from Splats now, 6/10. It gets a very good exit out of the bus stop chicane. The Splat seems to get the power down early and opens up that gap a little bit more. As Mossad decides to box. I do wonder what Tar Heel box onto, we'll find out in a moment. But Splat gets the power down, he's a bit ERS to give him a little bit of an advantage. The Hyperactive DJ sat in that toe now, up for a Rouge and up in Radion. He is 8/10 behind. I don't think he's close enough to make a move at this moment in time. Preferably, you would like to be 6/10 behind, and 5/10 at best is the furthest you would want to be. Splats just weaves the inside of the track just to open up a little bit of space and avoid giving him too much of a toe. As we see there, he gained 4/10 under that DRS zone. So yeah, around 4/10 is where you want to be. 5/10, you know, if you're pushing ERS from the minute you reach the top of the hill, is the best place to. Mediums. I wonder, are those softs going off quicker than what we expect them to? We'll have to find out. But so far he's the only one to box that hasn't received tyre damage on lap 1. Ooh, excuse me. At the back of the grid, Yeva, unfortunately, dropped down P16 after the collision with F Martins for a Rouge up to Radion, as Track DJ is right on the gearbox of Mossar here. Sure, there'll be plenty of overtaking opportunities later on in the lap, especially through sector. Oh, I tell a lie, Mossar has spun. I assume he touched the curb, got uneven, and has found the wall. That'd be not good for him whatsoever. Fresh medium tyres. I assume he's got another set of medium tyres to box onto, which isn't too bad. But he's going to lose a mega amount of time now to the car behind. Yeah, as we see, Mad Gamer up the inside, gets the overtake done very easily. There's no front wing, there's no front bite on those tyres anymore. Splats has now boxed, and so has Pickaxe. So Splats just copying what Pickaxe does, making sure he stays in that window. Pickaxe, do believe, on to a set of mediums. Yes, same for Splats. Can Splats gets out ahead under the pit stop. Oh my dearie mate! But he's going to be under threat from DRS now as they go for the Camel Straight. Oh, fuck me! A Pickaxe has just hit the wall and reset the track. Oh my dearie me. Well then, that is an instant time penalty coming for him. Holy shit. That's just getting good quick. Well then, very tasty. And meanwhile, Hyperactive DJ is now out in front. The Toe is caught up with his teammate Splat as the Toe manages to get by. I'm sure there'll be some team games bullshit going on there. I told them last time at Imola not to play about with him, but whether they heed my advice or not is a different question, but we'll find out. Meanwhile, Skyripper gets a 3-second time penalty for assume track limits, which would be the smartest assumption. As Splats does get let past by the Toe there and clear team orders, very smart, as Splats on a fresh set of mediums and he will be going off like a rocket. And meanwhile, up top there is a little bit of a fight. A DRS train starting to fall. I said DRS trains, 3 cars have been DRS time deltas with one another. I'm sure both Haas cars will be dragging themselves along track as well, for that matter. Unfortunately for Pickaxe, Pickaxe's race seems to be going from bad to worse. Mad Gamer now closing that time up to him very closely. I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody off track. Yeah, that was Skyripper. Meanwhile, Pickaxe all over the gearbox. No ER. He's running out. Oh, late move from Pickaxe there, trying to defend the position. Mad Gamer's going to hang it out. Slows down. Yeah, he's in too high a gear. Had to brake too harshly. Just slow it down. Take your time and make the move on the Camel Straight. He makes Pickaxe go a little bit defensive. Obviously, he has to pit because he's got damage. He is now close enough to iFrosty 11 to attract DJ, I assume. Who's ahead of him? Attract DJ. I do believe he's close enough to get a bit of DRS assistance along the Camel Straights. Both Mercedes are PM. Pickaxe now and Fan Vortex is just going along the pit straight now. Meanwhile, Mossar has set hard. There's going to be a long race here on those hard tyres. Those hard tyres, as you can see, struggle for grip and are not a very racy tyre. They may be later on in the stint, but at this current moment in time, they are not preferably not, would not race on them. Meanwhile, the closest guys on the track at the moment is Asta the Boss and Konali the Don, only 4/10 separating these two at the moment. Asta takes it nice. Asta takes it nice and calm through there, but that doesn't look very calm to me as he runs wide and I assume got a track limits warning. Konali the Don taking a little bit more of that curve there, but it runs him wide on that apex. This track is give or take as many different lines, all of them pretty equal to one another. There is one solid line that is quicker than all, but as well, every driver has a different technique and approach that affects how they drive as well, as we're seeing it now. Konali the Don is slow on the straights, it seems like, especially with the toe of Asa. Asa getting a toe as he runs deep there and probably gets another warning. Asa doesn't want to make a move, he's waiting for the Camel Straight, he's playing it smart, he knows what he's doing. Both on 6-lap old tyres, but obviously Asa's tyres will be the favourable ones at this moment in time. as the mediums do tend to go longer around here. I can imagine Asa probably going for another 7 laps on those tyres as they come around turn 1 now. Asa will be lining up, just trying to keep it smooth through these next couple of corners and up the hill, as he will want in that toes the yellow flag out in the back. I assume that's pick X. Yes, it is pick X. Pick X is in the wall again by the looks of it. Yep. Canale the Don. Now, is he just sitting duck? He uses the DRS. He's going round the outside. He hangs it on the inside. Yeah, Canale the Don just didn't have the downforce to fight it there, unfortunately. So he has to concede that position. Meanwhile, has to plan. Splat has pulled 3 seconds on the toe at this moment in time. Back to the action now. 10 seconds between Canale and Killer. Hang on a fucking minute, what happened to Asa? What the fuck? That's why I don't check Discord and commentate at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. The Splats now is hunting down Canale the Don. The time is just over 1.3 seconds on the Delaware as hyperactive DJ now decides to pit. Can Splats get past him here as he comes out the pit? Splats gets past him by a comfortable 1.5 seconds, I do believe, if not bigger. 2 seconds, yeah. And Splats is now within DRS range, but he does. Yeah, who doesn't have DRS, but Splats will pull himself away from hyperactive. His main he took the curb, and he's in the wall. Oh no, that is very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for Splats. Too much curb, and we all know what happens when you take that curb. Absolutely flings you off in every direction possible, and in this case, Splats has been flung off into. He's on a set of mediums. Joey DeBot is commenting there. Yeah, Crofty wishes I was his cousin. Not good. Crofty doesn't have to sit in the commentary box on his own because Jimmy fucking tryhard's a pussy. That's an unrelated issue. Meanwhile, Sky Ripper and Af Martins, the Williams, the Alpine, both Blues having a scrap. He pulls out to the inside. I don't know why he's going to make him. That look on the set hard is not a viable option. His hards don't have the grip compared to Af Martin's soft at this point in the race. So if I were him, I'd just sit behind, and if he's close enough, 2/10, then maybe have a look. But otherwise, else, as the boss has left the session. As the boss in P4, I wonder, is he disconnected? Meanwhile, Spats pitted. Canale Don has boxed as well. Obviously, Spats has to get a new front wing. That puts Fan Vortex back up into P7. Splats is now into P9 as he gets out the pit. The track DJ gets ahead of him as well. Splats will be highly motivated to get past these guys now. He's well within the DRS zone, so he should get the move done. He's got a fresh set of mediums. I saw some Yabers backwards. This man does not like a Division 3 race. It really does. I think this man. I think he just wants a full-time Division 2 sheet, so he's just showing us how shit he is. I say he's shit. He's not. He really is. He just doesn't seem to have the luck, quite the luck that most other drivers do. He seems to have Division 2 luck, so he might be featuring more in Division 2 when he's available. It's a pair he's underfield as well. Meanwhile, back to where I was. Splat, oh fuck me, Splat. Yeah, Splatter's getting all over the curve. I think Splatter's maybe a little bit feisty and needs to calm down a little bit. Recenter and refocus, takes that corner the same way that I do, downshift and upshift again. Closed up to the gap of Konani, the Don, those softs, 2 laps older, still rubbed in a little bit more. High Frosty with 0 fucking ERS left, or I say 0, bare minimum of the ERS left. Konani Don's not that much more, to be fair, as well. But it's not enough to truly go racing there. As Fan Vortex is 2 seconds behind on those rubbered and mediums as well. 2 seconds behind on 8 Apollo mediums at this point. As the boss decides to pit, but I don't think it's him pitting. I think it's the AI pitting as well. Meanwhile, where is Super Schmerz? Super Schmerz is here, and we've got past the track DJ. I fucking missed that. Oh shit. Oh well, fuck it. Yaxel also boxing. I can't see if he's got damage because the camera angles are shit. Track DJ gets another time penalty. 3 seconds time penalty. Meanwhile, actually, have a look at time penalties. So, second time penalties. So, at this point in time, anybody not with a time penalty has a very good chance of doing some serious fucking bits. I do believe the toe might be going long, hoping that it rains sooner rather than later, and hoping that intermediate tyres become a viable tyre. I'll just put Delta onto the leader just to see how far, what the difference is between where Joe is, where Toe is even, and where his rivals are behind, because the Toe is yet to pit. And I'm sure he'll be wanting to pit sooner rather than later. So he's 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Average pit time around here is probably about 20, 22 seconds, depending on how well you are on pit entry and exit. So I can guess at the moment it'll come out. Quick killer as well. Push for high fracture DJ, but 10 laps on a set of softs around it is doable. But if it's going to rain the end of the race, you kind of want the freshness from a set of softs to help and assist you in the wet weather. Slats has left the session. Holy shit, is he disconnected? The Splat has disconnected. He's got quite a time delta behind him to where a track DJ is. I've invited him back, so he should get back in red. But we'll go back to time delta. This guy's on track at the moment with Pick X and Yaxel. Yaxel has no, or relatively no ERS left. Pick X is all over his. Oh, fuck me. I don't know if somebody got too eager on the accelerator or too eager on the brake, but there was a bit of contact there. I don't think there's any damage, thankfully enough. This Pickaxe makes a rather easy move out of that, and moves up to P12, who've been wanting to make himself. Gap between Splats and Mossar has now closed up massively as the boss is back in the seat. Yeah, this is unfortunate.
That's the boss touching the wall there as he goes up the hill. My phone going off. We'll just look at the deltas. That's the boss now. Close on Mossart. No ERS for, well, little ERS for Asa. Moss has a little bit more ERS than what Asa does. Mad Gamer has now closed up. That's unfortunately has fallen with his disconnection down to P11. Days going bad to worse. Yeah, as at the moment in time, the closest people on this track, or the only people on this track that are in DRS range are one of those Asa and Mossart, who are currently racing through Sector 2. Oh, he gets all over that curb. Most people wouldn't touch that, but he's very, very strong over that. Now, as we see, Mossart is actually starting to catch up with the track DJ as well. So again, a 3-car battle going on here. Mossart on those hards are 6 laps old. So they should be rubber in by now, but he gets another time penalty. I'm pretty sure that brings him up to 9 seconds of time penalties. Can you invite them before they go up to the DRS zone? Game mode. As they go up the hill, Asa is a little bit off compared to, it's a little bit slight at the bottom of the hill. Mossart is, I mean, there's a relative half a second gap, so the only one really in front here is a track DJ as Mossart gets closer and closer and closer, and he moves to the inside on those hard tyres. Brakes a little bit earlier, track DJ brakes and lets go and brakes again midway through the corner. Yeah, those hard tyres just still aren't racy enough. There's not enough grip there, unfortunately. Meanwhile, iFrosty getting another time penalty there. So Van Vortex is now actually in the DRS range of both of the AlphaTauris. Track DJ has spun again. Not sure if there's any wing damage. We'll wait and see. iFrosty is also pit with Joe, so we put another fresh set of softs on, I can imagine. No, he puts mediums on. Joe goes onto a set of softs. Yep, very smart choice from him there. You can now edge the push and close up quite a large deficit between himself and the leaders, who are splattered about from P1 from sector 1 all across the all across from sector 1 into sector 2 and sector 3 now. As we see, Quick Killer now entering sector 3 there. But Quick Killer is yet to pit as well, so Quick Killer will come out in P3. He's full of mega stint. You can see the green on his tyres there if you look down to the left. You can just see, hang on, yeah, if you look to the left there, you can see the colour differential on the tyres. You can see where the tread has been worn. I wonder when they're all going to. I wonder if he's going to pull the pin. If at all he does pull the pin, it has to box before the race finishes. So I bet he's praying, he's holding on for Christ that the safety car either comes out or he gets himself some rain so he can box in the intermediates. But in reality, it probably takes about 4 laps for the rain to come in. So at this point, I don't think he just needs to box for a set of softs and cover up the move from Konali.
but still, unfortunately, I'm technical difficulty. He seems to be close enough. I'm hoping if someone is, so I can stop falling asleep, or I may have to go watch some TikToks momentarily while someone decides to pick up. Quick kid out.
ERS is, oh yeah, if you look, their fuel lights are on, which appears to mean they're
Fuel saving, which is obviously why they're, yeah, it's obviously why they're dropping off. I'm just going to mute my mic. I will monitor the time deltas, but my mic will be muted. Starting to see the rain is coming. Quick Killer will now have to make a choice, or he boxes on the intermediates, or just firms it. But Quick Killer still needs to box, and at this point he won't get the win 110%, so he is playing for podium. The podium is still, I think the podium's alright. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. SP Yaber going slow. SP Yaber, he's got a power. Yeah, Yaber's got a puncture. What the fuck is going on? There's Pickaxe and Yaps to box on the intermediate. Those tyres are not, no. Yeah, the track's not wet enough. You fools, the track's not wet enough. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my dearie me, another one's boxed on the intermediates. What are you smoking? As SP Yaber finds the pit wall. Yeah, not a good day out for Yaber at all. He will not be a happy boy as he gets a 5-second time penalty. Just to top it all off. Intermediate tyres are not good tyres around here at the moment. It's still too dry. Those tyres will be nice and fucking toasty. As you can see, there's no spray coming up off those tyres, and you can't meet the apex. The car is sliding around. Yeah, those tyres aren't ready yet. It's just spit. It's nowhere near close enough to box. Fun Vortex is 20. Fun Vortex, I assume will go to the end at this point on those medium tyres, which is a mega 19 lap stint when he finishes across that line. Even greater from quick killer start on those tyres, which is just bonkers. Quick killer has made up a number of positions, and that number is a fucking mega lap. As Skyripper says, his internet connection. I do believe that this lobby is glitched at some point, because Skyripper says his internet gone. Asa got disconnected. Yaxel, oh no, just Yaxel going slow. Slats got disconnected. So it's 3 drivers. It's a little bit suspicious, can. Zaf Martin gets lapped. Back up the hill. Actually, the quick get a box on that one. Let me check the. No, quick kill is still yet to box. I don't know what he's smoking. Geezer is still out on these mediums. He just need, if he boxes now for lap 21, push and go the fastest lap on lap 22, because the softs will still be warm. The track is still not wet enough. It's just spit. The heavy rain hasn't come yet. As I see that, I think it might start to be getting heavier. Does quick killer not realise he has to box? This is a sensational display of time management. Hyperactive DJ is closing up, but he's not closing up quick enough. No matter the difference in tire degradation and usage, it's just not closing up enough. And it looks like he may have heeded my advice to box for a set of softs. If he does not, I'm going to fucking smack him. Because it's not wet enough at end all over the. I believe he's going to. If he needs to hurry up. Oh god, oh god, oh god. What tyres? Thank fuck, someone's got some sense on them. Jesus Christ. Fun Vortex is now on the pit straight. Quick Killer gets out ahead as we see McLaren getting all out of shape. This is going to give Quick Killer the DRS he needs. Very good for him. Let's take it smooth through that. No wobbles, nice and calm. DRS wide open, just allows him to drive away from Fan Vortex as well. Wonder where he's going to drive this like a collar. Ooh, he goes a little bit deep. It goes deep again, he's going to get turning. That's all of that. So he's driving like I did on Monday. It may appear deep, but in reality, I think it's the best way to carry speed. Personally, for my technique anyway, Quick Killer seems to be a very chuck it and fuck it kind of driver. And the way he approaches corners, as you see there, he kind of just turns in and the car just sticks for him, which is my way of driving as well. The bomb down 3 gears, touch the apex lightly. It's a better run here. Touch that curb. Doesn't even touch the curb on the right hand side. Doesn't touch the curb on the left. Yeah, I think he's trying to avoid as many curbs as possible now. The track is starting to get a little bit wet, but still not that damp and dangerous. But at this point, he's got 73% ERS. Go for the fastest lap and grab yourself an extra point for your championship battles. His teammate, unfortunately, is down 8. It's not worse, but certainly could be better as he goes deep into turn 1. Sorry, last turn. Now power down, ERS on, across the line, ERS resets. Stay in 7th, downshift all the way into 2nd. You want to get tighter apex than now, but it is wet, so I don't blame him. Power down, ERS on. Now power down this straight. I would turn the ERS off roll now, yeah, as he does. Take it nice and careful for erosion ready on. Up the hill. The minute you know you're safe, put the ERS back on and power down the camel straight. He's draining his battery as much as possible. We'll see how much time he takes off his. Oh my dear me, he takes 7/10 off his fastest time. Still not a purple first sector though. He's using all of the track as physically possible. Keeping it nice and tight through there. Middle of the corner apex. Downshift there, a little light tap of the apex. Power back down on the curb. Use the ERS. Power down towards this. Downshift twice. Downshift twice. Oh, he gets on that curb. He knows the rule. Touch that curb and you will end up in the wall at Giovinazzi, but he still holds it. Brakes nice and smooth and deep into that corner, hitting both apexes here with pickaxe. The pole man gets out the way, respecting blue flag. You'd love to see it. Now, he's a second up on his fastest time. And be using the rest of his ERS. His fuel light is flashing red. 25% ERS left. He has no ERS left anyway. He will run out of it before the bus stop chicane. And there we see he's run out of it. I wonder, does he have enough in the bank to get through? One more corner, powered down to the end lines. Hyperactive wins the race. Quick Killer can't get the fastest lap. That's so unfortunate. We'll see what the time difference is. He was off by quite a margin still. Well, that's unfortunate. Very good driving Quick Killer who done a fucking mega stint. He done a mega stint on those tyres. 20 laps on those tyres. 12 positions gained throughout the race. Hyperactive DJ finishes ahead of him, but not by much, only 3 seconds, which just proves how quickly Quick Killer was going at the end of that race there, which was just amazing. Looking at that, Fan Vortex finished P3. The Toe, again, 5 positions off the start, before he qualified. Gets pit by Fan Vortex, but I do believe he still holds the lead in the championship. I'm Frosty, P5, good race from him. Mossar holds it steady at P6. Asset. Oh, hang on a minute. Goliath Don from time penalties, P4. Mad Gamer, up 8. Asset, up 6. Pickaxe, unfortunately, spun out the pit entry, trying to get on the gas too quickly. And he is now down to P10, losing 9 positions at the start. Yaxel, P11, not a good day out for him, unfortunately. Track DJ up 1 to P12, splats, lost connection, spun, just had a really shit day in general. P13, SP Yaber finishing his lap now. The mediums again, intermediate, sorry. Again, not a good day for him. Martin's the only DNF this race. Ooh, Yaber celebrating, showing off. Oh my god, no, Yaber. Christ alive, Yaber, you cock. Jesus fuck. Well then, what a fucking show off. That's Americans for you, eh? Showing off those always. Quick Killer, very well deserved driver of the day. I can't argue with that. No faults there. Epic race from him. Absolute epic. Yaber comes in P14. And Sky Ripper P16. Although the classification states F. Martin's DNF, but he DNF just in time where he could hold his position. Look, GG's to everyone. That was a good race. Very positive from all. But that is it from me. That was a very good race from all. I hope you enjoyed like I did. Was a bit dead on my own, but what can you do? We're not going to have streamers, unfortunately, every week. But yeah, so I will see you probably around Wednesday next week. But you will see us live again on Monday for round 9 in the Dutch city of Dutch track, of Zandvoort. But until then, GG's and see you later.